The Sun here in the UK causes a lot of controversy. But we'll have a little flick through and see what rubbish they are talking about in this issue. We also have a coffee over here, which I'm going to have to move out of the way. And apologies that you can see the floor over here. In a moment when I open the paper, you won't be able to see that. So let's get into it. Okay, so on the front page here we have Jack Grealish doing typical Jack Grealish stuff. Stumbling out of this is apparently a hotel and that's an escalator. Yet Jack Grealish is obviously off his face. And I'm sure that'll go down very well with Pep Guardiola. So England star Jack Grealish leaves the club with a brunette after a wild night in Las Vegas. So, wait there. So the story says he leaves a club, making out like this is him leaving the club. But when you read the small caption down here, it says it's an escalator in a hotel. So realistically, there's every chance that there's just some woman on the escalator and Jack Grealish is off his face. Who knows with Jack? And this is why he's not trusted by England boss Gareth Southgate. Inside, here we go. Man City to Sin City. Apparently he was drinking 80 grand champagne. It's not bad if you can, is it? An 80 grand VIP package including 100, to be fair, if you get 116 bottles of champagne, that ain't too bad, I guess, for 80 grand if you've got 80 grand. I thought they were saying it's like one bottle's 80 grand. Yeah, so he was on a Las Vegas lads holiday. I hate being funny. When women get with footballers, I guess they kind of know what to expect. And his missus will forgive him because he makes 150 grand plus a week. Where else is she going to make that sort of money by being with anyone else? Apparently Grealish is also the new £1 million face of Gucci. Really? I did not know that. Over here we have England ace Ben White proves he's gone overboard with Millie Adams by taking her on a yacht holiday. And okay, just more waffle about footballers. Keir Starmer has reportedly told his party to get ready to replace him in case he has to resign. Oh, because he broke COVID rules, as did every other politician. Great. What's this? Model of Nelson's victory at 800 grand. A scale model of HMS Victory. My wife has seen that in person. I'm sure she has, in Portsmouth Harbour. Made 2 years before the Battle of Trafalgar, may fetch 800 grand at auction. Wow, that's pretty good. Conned of £93,000. A rogue trader fleeced a pensioner of more than £93,000 for works that were never carried out. Alex Martin, 30, charged with vulnerable victim exorbitant fees for roof repairs and a bespoke driveway. He then spent the cash on gambling. Flipping heck. UK army must get ready to fight the Russians and win. Well, I'm glad they said the army and not the UK everyday people, because I don't really fancy fighting any Russians anytime soon. I have heard of Russians fighting bears to train, so I'll give that a miss. Here we have some pregnant woman who feels the need to do an article. Okay, so here we go. We have Whitney from EastEnders. We have Ben Mitchell from EastEnders. And them two are now together in real life. That is clearly his ex. And she is pregnant. Don't know if it's his baby, not see. Yeah, his ex is pregnant. And he has gotten with Whitney. Oh, that's pretty bad to be fair. Wow. I mean, to be having his kid as well. But why she needs to do I don't, it's just a bit rough doing them pictures with your pregnant belly out. I mean, she doesn't look that heartbroken if we're being honest about it, guys, but I don't know. Whitney and Ben Mitchell together in real life. What's this? Angry Prince Andrew. What the hell's he got to be angry about? Is refusing to socialise with Charles and William for blocking his public comeback. And his fury is thrown into turmoil. The royal families at summer get together at Balmoral. Oh wow, that's a shame. There are fears he will simply not attend or will and cause friction with his older brother and nephew. I'm not being funny. Let's say he does turn up. Does anyone really want him there? Seriously? William is 40 now, apparently. I didn't know that. I thought he was older. Wow, that's weird, isn't it? So I always think of William being a lot older than Harry, which he is. But William's 40, and Harry's Mrs. Meghan is 40. I didn't know that. And Harry's 37. Oh, this is going to affect a lot of people. So we have a big train strike at the minute in the UK, and I will be catching a train in 2 weeks for a little holiday. So this is not going to be good, possibly. How you'll be hit. So from Tuesday the 21st, Thursday the 23rd, and Saturday the 25th, there are going to be a lot of strikes. Services affected: Avanti West Coast, C2C, Chiltern Railways, Cross Country, East Midlands Railway, GWR, Greater Anglia, Linair, Northern Trains, South Eastern Railway, South Western Railway, Trans-Pennine Express, and West Midlands. Well, that's just crap. Which one do I get? I'm trying to remember. London to Glasgow is one I catch. Well, this is just waffle. I think what they're actually saying is, if we look at this here, right, okay, so even though there will be strikes on them days, there will be trains, but they won't be running after like 5:30 by the looks of it. So the last train from London to Edinburgh is going to be at 2 o'clock on them days. To Newcastle it'll be 3:43, to Birmingham 3:40, and then to London from these places, Edinburgh, Leeds, etc. So you can still catch trains, it's just that they're going to be early on. But the cost of trains these days is just bloody bonkers. It has cost us lot a fortune, and that is with rail passes. Serial killer Levi Belfield has won an appeal clearing him of groping a female visitor. He is now being allowed a £500 birthday parcel of clothing held back until the outcome. his fiancée. So, right, okay. So he's engaged to some crazy bitch. Because let's be honest, you have to be flipping crazy to get engaged to somebody like this bloke whilst he's in prison. And apparently he touched her, even though she's his fiancée. What a load of waffle. But the fact that he would want to be engaged to him is even more concerning. A letter from comic Stan Laurel about his grief at the death of stage partner Oliver Hardy is being sold. It was sent in 1957. It's going to fetch about £1,000. Okay. When I was a kid, I used to watch a little bit of Laurel and Hardy. Oh, Boris Becker's causing some trouble or something or other. Nothing new there. Okay, here we go. Killer Oscar Pistorius. He's the paraplegic, wasn't he, or Paralympic athlete. It wasn't paraplegic, my bad. He's a step closer to being released from jail after securing a key meeting with his victim's father. He's a Paralympian shot dead at Reaver's Steenkamp in 2013. He's going to have a chat with her dad and say, look, let me out. I'm a bit bored in here. He served half of his 13 years and 5 months. Yeah, he was a bit of a nutter, wasn't he? Well, he still is, I guess. A van driver died after a crash which saw onlookers block his vehicle, smashed the window and grabbed the keys. Police said members of the public reported a van being driven erratically and collided with vehicles before it stopped. See, they make it sound like, look at that, van mob, man dies. They make it sound like the man in the van died because of the people. Now, from what the story actually is he was obviously unwell. He was crashing into other vehicles, so they blocked him from still doing that and took his keys. He did pass away, but it wasn't because of them by the looks of it. What's this? Bags pile up after luggage belts broke at Heathrow yesterday. Oh my god. Got all that luggage there. Imagine, just the thought of having to carry all them cases. That is bonkers. That is a bit of a worry, isn't it, if you go on holiday and you're at the airport and you lose your luggage. A pervert exposed himself to Springwatch star Lucy Hodson as she was bird watching. She said the man filmed her before she alerted passers-by and called cops. Oh, bloody hell. She was shocked and terrified after a man. So he was on the other side of the river. I mean, it's not as though you could have gone to without swimming across. But she was on one side of the river, he was on the other. And she was shocked and horrified that he exposed himself. Caroline Flack's mom unloading from... Yeah, that was a real shame. What happened with her? Traffic wardens blocked 7. Everyone's on bloody strike these days. Is any wonder anything gets bloody done, isn't it really? A tractor toppled over there. Bloody hell. You won't get stuck under that, would you? Celebrity news where there's nothing at all interesting by the looks of it. Nope. Lewis Capaldi doing his best impression of somebody who just doesn't give a crap. Now COVID's over, he'll just eat what he wants. He's put on a bit of chunk thing. What's this here? process. A girl aged 4 punched down a 10-foot train in her pub's beer garden. Oh bloody hell. She stepped on a manhole cover that gave way. Apologies for the siren, guys. Hopefully it didn't affect you. It is too much. Yeah, that's a shame. Hopefully it sounds like she's okay. That's the main thing. Karen Brady tries to be the voice of reason. Piers Morgan talking waffle as he usually does. I don't know what else he's on about here. It was a shocking killing in a sun-kissed paradise that had reverberations around the world. Jasmine Hartin, who is married to multimillionaire Tory peer Lord Ashcroft's son Andrew, shot dead her pal, Chief of Police Superintendent Henry Jamot, in Belize in May last year. Yeah, it's going to go on a bit, that story, ain't it? Oh, look at the lions, wow. A few years ago we went to a safari park and they had like the lions not really wandering about. Like they couldn't kill you or anything obviously, but still pretty cool to see. So the big lion isn't happy apparently about being disturbed by the baby lions, by the cubs. So this is in a game reserve in Kenya. A man of 83 died when he fell 8 feet through his bathroom floor. Bloody hell. I mean, surely these things are looked at, like roofs and floors and stuff. A close family pal of George Michael has accused documentary makers of using film he took of the late star. Naomi Campbell, 52 years old. Charity chief resigns of a sex slave affair. A Christian charity boss has resigned after having an affair with a volunteer he helped to rescue from sex slavery. Well, what else? You couldn't make it up, could you? Really? So she was a 33-year-old Australian lady. So he saved her from sex slavery, and then he started an affair with her, and now he's had. Okay, now we're on to lunch ideas. I mean, this was out on a Sunday, so yesterday. Who the hell wants to make a salad, a halloumi and orange salad on a Sunday, or a chicken feta and peach salad? It's not even hot weather at the minute, which is when I fancy healthy food, when the weather's nice. Mystic Peg over here. Got some Ask the Vet. Sun Health. Now you can ask a doctor as well any issues you have. Got the puzzle section. Travel section. Horse racing. Let's get to the sport. Okay, so we've got rugby, which I don't do rugby. We'll skip that one. Norris is ready to take centre stage at the British Grand Prix. Yeah, he needs to worry more about, like, he's enjoying his rock star status. He needs to concentrate on trying to win a race. Joe Joyce, the boxer. These are his potential opponents down the line: Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Dillian White, Daniel Dubois, Alexander Usyk, and Joseph Parker. He's just talking about each one here. So, Parker, talk to me. Why do you sign with another promoter if you actually want the fight? He bowled it plain and simple. Usyk, I'm #1 with the WBO, and when Usyk beats Joshua again, I'll show you how a proper heavyweight in 10-ounce gloves deals with a man who lost to a welterweight in the amateurs. Joe Joyce, I've never watched him box. I've seen like a bit of his, I've seen the highlights. He seems to be somebody who just doesn't come across as legit when he's talking. When he's trying to give it the big one. So here we go. This lad here, I live in Wallsend. This is Rayan Ait Nuri. He's a Wolves left back, and I thought it was a bit ridiculous, but apparently he could be on the move for 45 million quid. I mean, he's only had like one season at Wolves, I think. Wolves will sell the player who was previously fancied by PSG, but at a price they look to change their squad. So Chelsea and Man City want him, which can cost £45 million. I mean, I live in Wolves. I don't watch them week in, week out. I've seen bits of him and he looked pretty good, but you never know. Todd Cantwell is a shock first target for Blackburn's new management team. I mean, he's going to cost you some money and wages. I'm not sure if they've got that sort of money. At Blackburn, I'm not sure. Jack Butland could be on his way to Middlesbrough. I know Palace are trying to bring in Sam Johnston. Bryce Samba, the Forest goalkeeper, was shocked to find Forest were offering him the same deal, a new deal on the same money, and now he wants to go. He wants to leave Forest. We've got Frankie de Jong here. Not wanting to go to United, I don't blame him. Nketiah signs a new deal with Arsenal and gets Henry's number, the 14. Conte is after a lad from Bayer Leverkusen who I've never heard of until yesterday, I think. With Benfica and Nunes signing for Liverpool. And then we have about Harry Kane. If Kane isn't performing for England, then England are Chelsea. But then you've got Chelsea apparently after Sterling, so I don't know which one will get done. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.